Hey guys, this is Ghoul. I'm here with my first ever Let's Play. So, took a little while for me to decide what I wanted to do for the first non-RPG one. I'm still deciding on the RPG, mostly between Persona 3 FES and Tales of Symphonia, or one of the Tales of games. Anyway, so for my first non-RPG Let's Play, I'm going to go with Trauma Center New Blood. It's a game about surgery for the Wii. I know it sounds really weird, it is, but it is gloriously fun. It's basically like combining Star Fox with a puzzle game, is about the best I can put it. So you can see my pointers up there in the upper left, so I'm going to go ahead and go to New Game. Normal. This game is hard, but I'll see how long I can hold up on normal. So I guess I'm going to go with, I'll throw it up here. Yep, let's overwrite that data, since that's outdated anyway. So, let's go ahead and get my name plugged in. So, I'll go ahead and throw the LP on there just for fun. Alright, here we go. So here's the prologue.
The frigid northern extremity of America. Come April, the harsh winter begins to loosen its grip on the land. The seemingly endless nights grow shorter, day by day, and the frozen wilderness starts to thaw. In the heart of this majestic setting lies a small town not far from Fairbanks, whose weary inhabitants eagerly await the arrival of spring. Montgomery Memorial Hospital watches over the town like an old man, and in this remote hospital toil two doctors who are about to be swallowed by the jaws of fate.
Kind of an ominous beginning, so we're starting out in Alaska, guys. Sounds fun. Okay, that's a tutorial, another tutorial, and here's our first mission. So, change the difficulty, I can go up here, I may have to do that. I've gotten very far in this game, I've never completely beaten it just because I get a little bit stuck on a mission and stubborn me refuses to move to easy. So change the number of players. This can be played co-op. Unfortunately, I don't have a co-op partner, which really is not fun for some of these missions because the difficulty doesn't change at all with the partner. It just makes it so you have two people doing a lot of things, which really helps a lot, but it's very completable with just one person. So let's start mission number 1 in Alaska. Ominous music. Chapter 1, Northern Lights. In a remote town.
Hurry, Val! The patient's a 40-year-old male. He has a gash on his chest and he's losing blood fast.
How was he injured?
Well, that's not good.
He ignored the tour guide's warning and picked a fight with a grizzly. His blood pressure's 70, his heart rate's 130, and he's lost consciousness.
Got it. Can you hear me? We're going to take you into the hospital. My name is Valerie Blaylock. I'll be treating you. Don't worry. You've been badly injured, but it's not hopeless. In fact, you're quite lucky that there are 2 skilled doctors in a remote place like this.
Sounds like a bit of a plug there, Valerie.
I've confirmed the patient's blood type and blood count, Dr. Vaughn.
Do we have enough blood on hand? If not, then make arrangements. Have Eric make a quick trip to the blood center. Now, what about the x-rays?
It looks like he has 2 broken bones. We'll have to rebuild them.
Oh,
Nurse,
that's going to be
have an ample
fun.
supply of antibiotic gel ready.
It's hard to believe, but situations like this don't seem to faze me anymore. And here I thought I was gonna be able to kick back and enjoy the northern lights every night.
Oh, quit your whining.
Doctor, the patient's vitals are dropping.
All right, let's get down to business. I have dinner reservations.
It's a little more important than dinner, but... Alright, so we have our first patient who was mauled by a bear. So, the summary, we have lacerations on the chest that require suturing, which is another word for getting stitches, and bone reconstruction will be necessary on the right forearm. Patient's name is Greg Reinhard. He's 68.5 inches tall, 154 pounds.
Let's begin the conference. The patient has suffered a large laceration extending from his right shoulder to his chest.
Which
He
I
also
just
has a
covered.
compound fracture in his right arm. The bone fragments seem to be aggravating the surrounding tissue. There are two objectives in this operation. The first is to stop the bleeding and suture the wound. The second is to retrieve the bone fragments, reform them, and set them in place.
The blood won't be arriving for a while.
We don't have time to wait. We have to begin the procedure immediately.
I agree.
Alright, so we have... Right here we can choose between two doctors. This does make a difference later on, but as of right now, I'm just going to go with Marcus Vaughn. Alright, and we have our first mission underway. Ooh, that's nasty.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's begin the operation. The patient's vitals are low. Please use the syringe to stabilize them.
Since this takes place in the future, there is some futuristic technology that does not exist. One of them...
Begin treating the external wound. First, you'll need
One of them
to
I call
seal
Mountain Dew. That's the little healing potion. Alright, so you...
remaining lacerations.
yeah, these are cuts. You suture them to put them closed.
Alright,
those are a little bit too small.
But there are still some small wounds left. Please treat them with antibiotic gel.
So for these ones, all you do is you take the antibiotic gel. You select what item you're using with the joystick on the nunchuck, by the way.
The external wounds. Let's move on to treating his arm.
Apply the antibiotic
Alright.
gel to the incision. The area has been disinfected. Now,
Alright, so you do that to disinfect before you cut. Then you take the scalpel and you just draw along the dotted line. Pretty simple there.
Begin treating the fracture. First, retrieve all the bone fragments. Use the forceps to
easy
remove
enough.
the fragments that are lodged in the tissue.
Alright, so I take the tweezers.
Tray. The first fragment has been removed.
And much like tweezers, you hold the A and B button. Pull it out.
There are bone
Put it right up
fragments
there.
remaining. Please remove them off. The third
And then since these are
fragment
small
has
cuts,
been
you just use the antibiotic gel to seal them up. So
Pull the
let's finish
fragments
this
out
up.
in the same direction.
Ouch.
All of the bone fragments.
Looks like this bone is warped.
Let's
Ooh,
see if we can
that doesn't look
reshape it
good.
with the forceps.
Alright, so
Now
take
we
this.
need to reconnect the bone fragments.
Twist your wrist to maneuver the fragment into the correct position.
Alright, so you look like you go
Successfully
right there.
place the first bone fragment. That's
So
not
you
the
go-
correct location. Please look at the shape of the bone.
You go right there.
carefully.
Alright, so then you must go right there.
This is like a jigsaw puzzle.
Alright, so you go... I don't know where you go. You must go down there. So that leaves you to go right there. I missed that one.
All of the bone fragments have been properly placed. Now, please use the antibiotic.
That does it. Let's close him up.
Alright, so now he's got two perfectly working bones.
Now suture
good to
in
see.
the same manner as the laceration.
Let's go ahead and bring him back to life a little bit. You see that thing in this bar up here? That's his health gauge. So now to finish things up, we just need to sew up his arm.
Okay.
Go ahead and bandage it.
Bandage the sutured incision. Use the antibiotic gel to stop the bleeding.
Alright, so we start off by disinfecting it.
Stopped. Hand me the bandage.
So you can actually do that, or skip that part if you don't have enough time. See, there's a time limit up here along with the score counter.
Will be finished.
Alright, so just take the bandage.
Good work, everyone.
Beautiful. Not a great operation, but definitely a success. I think I have time.
Good work, Doctor. Now, I don't know how.
Yeah, I think I'll end the recording there.
I'll transfer the patient to room 3.
He'll need to remain here for about 5 days. Should I send a bill for a guided tour of Montgomery Memorial to his travel agent?
Good idea, but don't serve him anything fancy. We don't want him getting too comfortable.
I see that the operation went well.
It did. So when are they going to give us the key to the city? We are making Alaska safe for tourists, after all.
I'll take it from here. That is, if you don't mind stepping aside for an old-timer like me.
No, not at all. Just let me know if anything comes up. I'll be at Lucky's, enjoying some grilled salmon.
Well, I
Yum.
don't let my stomach call the shots, so I'd be happy to stay a little longer, sir.
That's quite all right, Dr. Blaylock. There's nothing more we can do for him for the time being.
Alright, we have a successful first mission. So, next time on Let's Play Trauma Center New Blood, we're looking at Mission 1-2, Montgomery Hospital. See you guys next time, folks.